Live from clickorlando.com and WKMG, we're getting results in your neighborhood. Now it's 6:30.
This is News 6 at 6:30. Thank you for joining us here live on News 6 Plus. I'm Ginger Gadsden.
Yeah, glad you're with us. I'm Matt Austin. One of our big stories today, some rain in the forecast for the weekend. Maybe that excites you. Maybe it depresses you. Doesn't really matter. It's happening either way. We're dealing with drought conditions and bird bans. So will this rain help us at all? Meteorologist Julie Broughton joins us now for a look.
Yeah, I mean, our drought numbers are pretty significant. Some parts of Central Florida under extreme drought conditions. So unfortunately, this isn't going to be drought busting rain. And also we're looking at some lightning, so that could spark additional brush fires. But we really need to get some rainfall totals in here. So we'll be doing that over the next couple of days. Here's what it looks like right now for your Friday night if you're planning out to enjoy the start of your weekend. So much blue sky right now in Daytona Beach on our sky cam. 79 degrees right now. It is feeling like 81. Right now, if you are in Sanford, you're checking in at 83, 86 in Leesburg, and it is 88 degrees right now in Ocala. The radar is sweeping out, not finding any major rain to track for us. We have seen some isolated showers throughout the day, but again, nothing significant. Now, our chance of rain does go up to 60, 70% for our Sunday, and because we're going to be dealing with a front to our north and a sea breeze, we are looking at the potential of some strong storms in this area shaded in green. That's where we are under a marginal threat for severe weather Sunday. We'll break this down, talk about how much rain we could see coming up.
Julie, thank you. Right now, Orange County Sheriff's Office is asking for your help tracking down a man who they say got into an assisted living facility in Dr. Phillips and attacked a 90-year-old woman.
Yeah, they posted a video on social media today of a man they're calling a person of interest. News 6 reporter Jarrell Baker has been following this all day. He spoke with residents and brings us an update on the investigation.
We're now seeing video from the Orange County Sheriff's Office that shows a suspect walking right through the doors of the Harbor Chase Independent Assisted Living Facility here in Dr. Phillips, who authorities say went inside to attack a 90-year-old woman this week. In the video, you can see a person in all dark clothing and a hooded sweatshirt walking inside the assisted living facility around 7 o'clock Tuesday evening. A friend of the victim says that this person knocked down the victim's door and tried to smother her, but she was not seriously injured. Deputies are hoping someone recognizes him so they can catch him. Many neighbors like Zayas Reyes says they're concerned.
When we walk around, because we usually walk just for exercising, and we do like 2, 3, sometimes 4 rounds around the entire block. And as we walk over there, I'm not saying that they don't have security inside the building, but outside, I've never noticed any security.
Harbor Chase says that this was their surveillance video and released this statement Friday afternoon saying that Harbor Chase of Dr. Phillips has security cameras throughout the community, including in the independent living section. Doors other than the main entrance remain locked from the outside. Associates are staffed 24/7 throughout the entire community. Individual resident apartments are also secured with individual locks. The statement says that the victim did not require any medical treatment. It also states that they plan to release another statement following the results from the ongoing OCSO investigation. Here in Dr. Phillips, Jarrell Baker, News 6.
We're learning in Brevard County, dozens of students are now being interviewed as part of investigations into teachers.
Yeah, these allegations were first made on social media by former Brevard school member Jennifer Jenkins. She says teachers and students in support of Satellite High School teacher Melissa Calhoun are being retaliated against by the district. Calhoun's contract was not renewed for next year because the district says she called a student by a name other than her birth name. Jenkins claims several people have told her students were being pulled into interviews about teachers. News 6 started asking questions.
And a spokesperson for the teachers union confirmed to News 6 students are being interviewed. They also said they are currently representing a teacher in an investigation that was the result of an anonymous complaint. They would not say what that complaint was, though. We also asked Brevard schools if they were talking to some of the students. They said that there are investigations across the districts right now on a variety of topics, and they cannot release information about them. News 6's Troy Campbell spoke with Jenkins about her post.
And then tell me, what is it that you had posted on April 30th?
I had received a message that had indicated that the director of HR had been at a principals meeting and was warning principals that there was a parent in the community who has been specifically targeting teachers all across this county, taking pictures of screenshots of social media posts and comments and replies that they made.
Now, the teachers union also says these investigations are a distraction to both teachers and students. We're told people passionate on the issue will attend their next school board meeting. That one comes on Tuesday. City of Daytona Beach issuing a citywide emergency boil water alert. It's all because of a power failure at the water treatment plant on LPGA Boulevard. The city says boil all water you intend to ingest, brush your teeth with, wash your dishes. You're also urged to not let your pets drink the tap water right now. The alert will be in effect until the city gets 2 consecutive days of satisfactory water quality test results. Officials also say so far there's no confirmation of any contamination. They're just playing it safe.
Yeah. New information surrounding a violent scene outside an Orlando apartment complex.
Police releasing some details about the man shot and killed by officers after waving what they called a simulated gun. It happened around 6 o'clock last night at the Bella Vita apartment complex off Cason Cove Drive near Conroy Road.
News 6's Angie Casada has been looking into the man's past and joins us with the new details.
We now know the man killed in Thursday night's police shooting is 25-year-old Orlin Manuel Bueso Calderon. We've also obtained surveillance video from a dry cleaner nearby, showing the moments just before the confrontation. This is the video from Royal Touch Cleaners, just off Conroy Road. The store's owner says Orlin Calderon walked in holding what looked like a black handgun.
We sit down here doing our business, and then there's a guy walking out in front of the shop with an orange shirt, with a gun, like appeared to be. I'm like, what happened? And then I got people here. They came up to the shop, mumbling, pulling a gun. That was my friend said, get the hell out. So he came out with a gun, doing his thing, dropped the gun, pick it up.
Surveillance shows Calderon lingering near the counter before walking out.
Drop the gun! Drop the gun!
Two sisters, Eileen and Lynn, saw everything unfold just steps from their apartment at Bella Vita off Conroy and Vineland Road.
When he came into the complex, the cops said, go down, drop the gun, and he wouldn't put it down, so they had to do what they had to do. They shoot him.
It was so fast, it's so quick, it's like, I was behind my husband. I was looking, but when I heard the shotgun, I was, I got scared, you know.
Police officers gave Calderon multiple commands in English and Spanish. He refused to drop the weapon, which turned out to be a BB or pellet gun.
It's a very dangerous situation. The officers put their lives on the line every day to keep us safe, and it's a split-second decision when you see somebody point a gun up in your direction. The officers have to make a split-second decision.
The Florida Department of Law Enforcement is now handling this investigation. Those 5 officers involved are now on administrative leave, and as of yet, we have not heard when that body cam footage will be released or if mental health played a factor in this shooting. Of course, we'll be pushing for those answers. In Orlando, Angie Casada, News 6.
Well, deputies say they've cited a 12-year-old and 3 teens for racing on a highway. Volusia County deputies released the body cam footage.
It shows the moments they pulled the kids over and when those kids' parents got to the scene.
Everybody's license or ID card.
I don't got ID.
Do you have a license?
No, I was going, I was testing.
Hop out. How old are you? 12. I'm not driving an unmarked car. I'm in a completely marked patrol car, and they come racing at me.
I know, man, but damn, my son started college this year. He's got a.
Then he needs to get his head out of his and he knows the driver. This is 12 years old.
I can't imagine what Paul and Rosalie would have done.
That's your parents.
Yes, I mean, I'm
can
more
tell you
fearful
what
of them
Chuck
than the
would
cops.
do.
That's your dad. So this is Tuesday on Dahlia Road and West Parkway.
Hey, where's your license? Yeah, about that.
I'm 12.
Obviously, that 12-year-old doesn't even have a driver's license. The 17-year-old could lose his. Under Florida street racing law, if convicted, the driver's license will be revoked for a year. And the cars used for racing, they can be impounded for up to 30 days. The families of these kids are going to have to pay the impound fees, too. Somebody's getting grounded for a while.
A lot of somebodies.
Here at News 6, we've been ramping up our coverage of Central Florida's newest theme park, Epic Universe. That's set to open in less than 3 weeks now.
Yeah, and with so many people coming to Epic in the coming weeks, months, and years, a number of businesses are looking to cash in on that. Anchor Lisa Bell is checking out a new resort right next to Tangelo Park.
And they listened to people's concerns and designed this resort to try to cause as small a headache as possible.
Got a little candy theme.
This is so cool.
Stepping inside one of the new villas at Villatel Orlando.
When you first come in, you've got a combo arcade and theater.
Is more like stepping into your own mini theme park.
Sorry, I just have to play this a little bit.
Just steps from the new Epic Universe.
Look at how good I am, too.
The resort features a mix of 2 to 9 bedroom units, some accommodating up to 26 guests with private pools.
So this is not like your typical resort. The rooms here are very spacious and really seem geared toward families.
They are. So, North I Drive has not been a place known for its large format hospitality.
Brock Nicholas is the developer.
Most of the hotel rooms on I Drive were built around the convention center traffic, which has been here many decades, and it has developed 40 or 50,000 really small individual corporate hotel rooms.
Nicholas first set sight on this 80-acre property back in 2017.
And at the time, did you know that Epic Universe was going to be happening?
So we didn't know that the name of it was Epic, but we did know that the parent company had purchased some land from Lockheed Martin and was planning a mega park on just the other side of Sand Lake.
Fast forward 8 years, the $500 million resort seems to be opening at the perfect time.
We did open the water park March 14th. We opened our first round of the Apartments by Marriott Bonvoy also in March. By May 22nd, when Epic opens, we'll have the next couple buildings online. And by the end of this year, this entire campus will be 100% done, no more construction, just all guest fun and family.
From a lazy river and water slides to shaded pickleball courts and playgrounds, Nicholas said they took Central Florida's climate and impacts on nearby roads in the Tangelo Park neighborhood into consideration.
Now these are some of the apartments over here?
They are.
And so on some of the higher floors, you can actually see Epic Universe from your room.
You can. When you get 30 or so feet off of the ground here, Epic Universe is just 2 blocks away to our south.
And one of the things that you're also offering is transportation.
Separating this resort campus from the front door of Epic Universe, or I said the north boundary, is a residential community. And so we took feedback and we were very careful to make sure not to dump traffic into that residential neighborhood.
So you have shuttles to Disney, SeaWorld, Epic.
We do. Desertland right next door, so shopping and adventure nearby. And then of course, all the attractions of Orlando.
You had me at covered pickleball courts.
Oh, I know they did.
Yes, please.
I know they did.
You can get updates on everything Epic Universe, Universal, Disney, all the Central Florida theme parks in your In the Loop Theme Park Scoops newsletter. It comes right to your inbox every Friday morning. Just head to clickorlando.com/newsletters to subscribe. All right, let's get a look at what's trending right now on Central Florida's #1 news website. It goes down smooth every time. Clickorlando.com. FBI research shows Florida has some of the safest cities in the country. According to U.S. News and World Report, Pensacola and Port St. Lucie are the 4th and 5th safest cities in America. Melbourne and Lakeland, 9 and 10. The study examines property and crime rate per 100,000 to get a 0 through 10 rating. 10 through 10 wouldn't make a lot of sense. Topping the list as the safest in America, Augusta, Georgia, home of the PGA Masters.
I could see it though. Yeah, but we have a lot of nice cities here as well, which is why and I think Florida had the most cities on that list.
I wouldn't have guessed Pensacola if you had asked me.
Really?
It wouldn't have been.
Like, are you talking? I'm thinking
city.
Pensacola Beach.
I'm thinking that, as well. I mean, it's getting pretty touristy around there. But yeah, I guess I can't argue with the numbers.
No, you can't. And here are some of the other stories trending right now on clickorlando.com. A woman's death more than 70 years ago is still a mystery. On July 1st, 1951, Mary Harder Reeser was getting ready for bed at her apartment in St. Petersburg. The next morning, firefighters were called to Reeser's home by her landlord, where her disintegrated remains were found. Much of the apartment was not damaged, though, so the mystery remains how she could have died.
And picking the best sunscreen for you. Yesterday, Crystal Moyer gives us an inside look at the best options from Consumer Reports. There's a list for any scenario, any body type, even tips.
It's a body type for a good
I don't
sunscreen?
know. Skinny people get one sunscreen. If you're a little huskier, you get another one. I think it's probably skin tone. Maybe skin tone?
No one has used the word husky since Sears used to sell husky denims.
That was before my time, so I don't know.
Wow. Still much more to come on News Again 6 at 6:30, including alligator attacks.
Firing on all cylinders today, Ginger. Don't come for me.
Shut it down.
They do happen every once in a while, though. Up next, the main cause of incidents involving humans and how you can prevent it. You're watching News 6 at 6:30. Live on News 6 Plus. We'll be right back.
One of us will.
Brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Your weekend evening traffic alert. I need you to pay attention overnight because we do have some big shutdowns. Normally I'm coming at you with some minor lane closures, but pay attention. 417 southbound, Lee Vista, close to the airport north of 528. We are scheduled for some closures overnight, both Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. So just be cautious as you cross through that area. They'll make sure that you're aware. Also some closures along I-4 westbound. Complete closure, main line, and your express lanes out there. Everyone gets pushed off at Kirkman Road for the work that's taking place at Sand Lake. Just be careful about 9 o'clock at night till about 5, 6 in the morning. I'm Trooper Steve with the News 6 Traffic Alert. Drive safely. Have a great weekend. I'll catch you Monday morning.
An auction built on the legacy of NASA, the American Space Museum's Spring History Sale, ends tomorrow.
As producer Robert Brewer reports, there are thousands of space-related artifacts available to the highest bidder. That includes hard-to-find items from John Glenn's historic orbit around the Earth.
Godspeed, John Glenn.
Millions watched on television
Zero G, and I feel fine.
as John Glenn became the first American to ever orbit the Earth.
Oh, that view is tremendous.
Now, fast forward more than 60 years.
first time I've ever seen one in an auction.
And you can own a space souvenir like no other.
It's what the astronauts used to learn to fly their own space capsule.
Chuck Jeffrey is the collections analyst for the American Space Museum in Titusville. He's a walking space history guru and the point man for the latest space auction.
These auctions keep this museum open. They finance our education program. We do STEAM programs for elementary age children. Those programs are free to everyone who attends. There is no charge.
These collectibles are rare and valuable.
It's the only one I've ever seen. I've talked to a lot of people. No one's ever seen them. It's just that hard to find.
That launch manual is estimated to bring in $8,000 to $12,000.
This is a $2 bill that was flown into orbit with John Glenn.
Expected auction price, $15,000 to $20,000.
Anything you fly on the first American orbital flight, that's valuable.
Think about it. History to the highest bidder.
This is a photograph of Neil Armstrong that's been signed by him. It's big, it's beautiful, and it is just like it was signed yesterday. This patch is from the very first successful landing of a Falcon 9 rocket. They are unbelievably difficult to come by. We have things that are from space workers, astronauts, and people who were involved in the program their entire lives. This is true space history.
Not only are you buying a piece of space history, you are also helping the museum continue to serve the greater good.
To inspire a child to become an astronaut, to become an engineer, to create something new that's never been seen or done. That's the greater good.
In Titusville, Robert Brewer, News 6.
It's amazing to see that stuff because they're doing stuff back then that we are struggling to do now. And they did it with less computing power than our cell phones
I know,
have.
I know.
It's kind of amazing.
That's why people have questions. All right, so you can make.
Ooh.
I don't have questions.
You're going to bring that up?
You can make early online bids right now, but the final live bidding starts at noon tomorrow, and you have to register. We've included the link to the auction on clickorlando.com.
Would you like to elaborate at all?
No, I'd like to talk about the weekend forecast because my grass is waiting. It's waiting for some rain.
It is so crunchy. Yesterday, I went to a story north of Gainesville, but as we were driving through Sumter County and into Marion County, it is shocking how brown everything is and how dry everything is.
Yeah.
And we need to get some rainfall in here, and we do have some on the way. So we have high hopes that it will help a little bit with the drought numbers, but we can't get enough rain in the next couple of days to really be a drought-busting situation. Here's a look at your almanac page for today. I always like to check out how we did. We started the day at 64 and warmed to a high of 87. That is right in the normal range. We'll continue to be warm as we head through the weekend, even a little bit warmer than normal for the next couple of days, climbing to around 88, 89 degrees. Here's a look at the radar for you as we are scanning out on your big Friday night. We have seen some isolated showers in Brevard County. Some of those have held together, and earlier we were seeing some moderate rainfall in areas like Polk County, but most of us will stay dry for most of the evening. Here's what it looks like for you right now. This is our Light Orlando delivering hope together camera, looking really pretty out there, sitting at 82 degrees with winds coming in out of the east at 15 miles per hour. The onshore component to our winds keeping most of our coastal friends hovering right around 80 degrees, either side of that 80-degree mark. 78 in Palm Coast right now. Ocala, you're still checking in at 88, and it is 86 right now if you are in Wildwood. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast for this evening featuring Biscuit Miller. And notice that he has his fish toy right there, so he's just living it up tonight. 79 degrees at 8 o'clock, 79 degrees at 9 o'clock, 78 degrees at 10 o'clock. Clickorlando.com/pins to share your pet photos with us. Rain chances go way up as we head into Sunday, so your Saturday, we're looking at about a 30% chance of rain. Depending where you are on Sunday, that goes up to about 60 to 80%. Along with that, we are at a level 1 out of 5 risk for severe weather, so a marginal risk for severe storms for those areas shaded in green. Now, along with that, some of the models are estimating we could see in some spots between 2 to 3 inches of rain. As we go farther to the west, a little bit less rain, 1 to 2 inches of rain possible in Orlando. This is the European model. Some of the other models not quite as generous with that rainfall. Here's how it looks as we take you into the day on Sunday. Again, it's the coastal areas on over over to about downtown Orlando, where we are looking at that potential of some isolated severe storms, meaning some heavy rain, some gusty winds, some hail, and some lightning. So 5 o'clock, as we see that sea breeze, we could see some stronger storms. Those wrap up for us overnight. And then again for the day on Monday, we are looking at our sea breeze coming inland, producing the potential of some stronger storms on Monday as well. Now here's your forecast for tonight.
Your forecast is sponsored by the Florida Lottery.
67 for your overnight low tonight, so we do keep it mild. Taking you through the next 7 days, we'll keep our chance of rain at 60% for Sunday and Monday, and a little bit lower for Tuesday.
Julie, thank you. There's a lot to love about living in the Sunshine State. The weather, no state income tax, among other things.
But with that comes things we have to deal with. You know, we have to deal with the gators. We have our run-ins. Question is, whose fault is it? Experts say
we know
it's our fault.
Yeah.
UF study last month found 96% of gator bites across the state are due to, quote, risky human behavior, like swimming or wading in areas gators are known to live. Experts also found walking near water or staying on land resulted in fewer attacks. That's kind of an obvious statement, right?
But it's people we're talking about.
Not a lot of gator attacks on land. We have the advantage there. As researchers say, this shows alligators are more reactive to people interacting in their natural habitats, triggering a natural response for them to defend themselves or their turf.
I don't even like to call it an attack because they're not showing up with little knives.
I think if a gator latched on to your leg, you'd probably call it an attack.
No, it bit me, and it's probably my fault. We have tips to keep yourself safe around our scaly neighbors right now. In this article, you'll find it on clickorlando.com. Now, that thing, the one you just saw on your screen.
A dinosaur?
If that bites you, just
the forearm is in the gator's mouth. You're looking at it, and you're like, oh, it wasn't an attack. It was just a bite. We'll be right back.
I'm News 6 anchor Crystal Moyer.
And I'm News 6 anchor Justin Mormouth. Forget about raising the roof. We're talking about raising roads.
Yeah, one local city has big plans to try to prevent future flooding. What's set to happen to finally get that ball rolling?
Plus your weather and traffic every 10 minutes.
We'll see you Monday for News 6 Morning starting at 6.
Tomorrow, big day for horse racing, and even people who don't follow the sport, like myself, often tune in for the Kentucky Derby.
I like the fashions. I want to see what the ladies are wearing. So here's a look at some of the favorites. And
this one right here.
That's who I'm putting my money on, journalism.
Journalism.
All right, these top 4 all have one thing in common. They were trained right here in Central Florida. Can you believe that? Earlier this week, our Jarrell Baker stopped by Woodside Ranch, where American Promise, the 5-horse, began its training. The stable has trained several horses for big races over the last 3 decades, including 2 in the Kentucky Derby last year alone.
Speaks volumes. It's what Ocala and Marion County is about. We are the training, the starting, the early prep center for a great percentage of the thoroughbreds that go off to the races, and particularly the horses that participate in the major races.
Of the 19 horses racing in the Derby, 7 have ties to beautiful Marion County.
Julie, do you like the Kentucky Derby?
I do.
Yeah.
I like to watch.
Yeah. Don't you? I just want to see what everyone's wearing with the hats and the,
Yeah.
you know.
The weather's not going to be good, so I feel bad for them this year.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Pick a horse that can swim.
Yeah, okay, good luck with that. Thank you for watching News 6 at 6:30. Stream News 6 online anytime on our News 6 Plus Smart TV app.
Good night.